So we got married August 27th, 2011, and we always knew, even from really when we were dating, that we wanted to have a lot of kids. We just never really thought that that would be an issue, honestly. And so we had a couple years of married life, and then pretty easily got pregnant with our first son, Porter, and he's 4 now. From there, he was about 8 months old, and we were ready to start trying again. One day, we were at the Love Life walk, and we were standing across from the abortion clinic, and I had a vision of myself holding a sign that said, "Can I adopt your baby?" And we had never talked about adoption. It really was never part of our plan. We had been trying to get pregnant for about 2 years at that point, and we'd been pretty involved with Love Life Charlotte. We loved it, and the Lord had spoken to me about adoption, but not Greg. I just felt like the Lord was so clearly using Love Life to show me this is the way that you can add to your family. One day I was praying and I was asking the Lord, you know, I've had this dream, both Greg and I, we've always wanted to have a huge family. We really feel like you gave us this desire, and it just doesn't make any sense to me why this isn't happening, why this is such a struggle. I was writing it down in my journal, and I felt like the Lord told me, you will have many children. I place them in front of you every weekend. And I said to Greg, that's at the Love Life walk.
Yeah, so it really took me, quite a while to really warm up to the idea of adoption. I wouldn't say that I was shocked, but I never saw that as, something that was in our, family plan. We had friends that had adopted, and we were very supportive of that.
Once he did, he came to me one night and he said I had prayed about it, and I had asked the Lord to give me a sign if this is what we were supposed to do. I do think this is how we're supposed to grow our family, and it all makes sense now. That same night, I had been at a women's event at church, and the Lord gave me a vision that I was pregnant, or of an ultrasound, I should say. And I told him, well, I had a vision tonight of an ultrasound during worship, and I don't know if this means that the baby that we're supposed to adopt is already out there in someone's womb, or if this means I'm pregnant. And 3 days later, we found out that I was pregnant. So we had, surrendered to the Lord's plan, and just like that, found out we were pregnant.
He said, we were kind of just in the waiting game, with the adoption. And what's so cool is that, we found out in August that Macie was pregnant again. A few months went by, and once we got to the point where we felt comfortable telling our agency that she was pregnant, it's crazy because they told us they supported us either way, but they just wanted to let us know that the chance of us getting chosen by a birth mom when Macie was pregnant was very low. And what's so cool about the story is that just a few weeks later, on December 11th, we got a phone call from Judah's birth mom, and it was the most surreal moment that I've ever experienced.
So we're just so thankful that God put Love Life in our life when he did, because in the midst of our greatest struggle of going through infertility, thinking that we may never be able to have all of these kids that we wanted, he really used Love Life to open our hearts and open our eyes to adoption.
It's so crazy and so surreal to sit here now knowing that, we have our son Judah, and without Love Life playing a part in that, I don't know as we would have ever made the decision to adopt.
Yeah.